Hey, good morning from DFW IT Staffing and Timberhorn. Here in the Timberhorn office today. I got a little inspiration as of this last week. I know that some of you may have noticed from some LinkedIn postings from our group and on our Facebook page that Timberhorn was recently named by Inc. magazine on the new Inc. 500 list, the 26th fastest growing company in the nation. I'm very proud of the Timberhorn team, the account managers, the recruiters, our back office staff, everybody for making it possible. So, with that being said, I got inspired. I put together kind of a top 10 list, if you will. Just call it the unofficial top 10 list of attributes of a fast-growing company. Let's just call it that. You can tell I'm kind of winging that this morning. I even have a list here that I wrote down because I'm not a friggin' anchor man. I can't, have a monitor to read. So anyway, let me jump right into it. Number one, these are in no particular order of importance. I just something that came to mind. Number one is vision, having a collective vision or collective goals as a company, everybody on the same page, and always striving towards that vision and not getting, off track of that vision, based upon, some outside influences, if you will. Number two, and the one that's near and dear to my heart is culture. I think it's extremely important to have something that's unique and all your own. Our culture is very specific. I hear a lot of things outside of what people think our culture is, but I can tell you our culture is full of people that work extremely hard, that are very good and experienced at what they do, that put in extra effort and time. And on the flip side of that, we like to have a lot of fun. We have a surround sound system in the office. We listen to music, we watch Ranger games, we go to a lot of happy hours and excursions, and that's just part of who we are, and very, very proud of our corporate culture. It's not for everybody, but if it's something that is a match, it's a wonderful place to be. Deliver is number three on my list. You have to be able to walk the walk and deliver. I know that as account managers, sometimes, you talk to these clients for sometimes 2 or 3 years, and, they keep putting you off, and, hey, we already have vendors, we have people we deal with, and you finally get that chance to provide services to them. You have to be able to deliver. So we are delivery driven. We'll make sure that we get our jobs covered and make our clients happy. Number four is accountable. I hold everybody here accountable, including myself. We have to hit our numbers. One of the more difficult things about holding people accountable is sometimes you have to let go people that you really like, who fit into your culture, but for whatever reason they don't perform. You have to let them go. It's easy to hire people and hold people accountable that are hitting their numbers. What's difficult is you got to know when to let people go sometimes, and that's one probably more difficult parts of being an owner of a company. Number five is swagger, and you got to have swagger. I have a lot of people that'll say things along the lines of, you post these things about being, number 26 fastest growing company, or being named one of the best companies to work with in DFW, or winning recruiting team of the year. And my, just addressing you directly is, yeah, I do. This isn't a personal deal where I'm bragging about myself. I'm probably one of the least talented people here, or on the lower rung. I've got some very talented people here, so when I'm bragging and I've got that swagger, I'm bragging on them. This isn't like a bunch of hubris that I have here that that I just want to talk about myself. I'm talking about my team when I talk about Timberhorn. I'm very proud of them, and you've got to have that swagger. Last time I looked, I don't think people like LeBron James or Tiger Woods or even the great one Wayne Gretzky in hockey. I don't think those guys were too humble, okay? So take that for what it's worth. Pay attention to the details is number six. Got to watch those details, because trust me, especially in IT staffing, most of your managers or your technical people are detail-oriented. And sometimes those details they can cost you clients. I know that details have cost us clients before in providing services and not making sure that we had specifics on whether it was requirements or whether it was delivering, hardware or whatever their service may have been. And it has cost us before, and I can tell you that, we always pay attention to the details now to make sure something like that never happens. Rewards, you got to make sure your people are rewarded, and that not only includes their compensation and benefits, but you have to give them that recognition, outside of just their regular everyday comp, whether it be trips or excursions or trophies or, special contests. It's very, very important to have, that little bit of extra where you can recognize some of your better performers and give everybody the opportunity to share in those rewards. And then number 8 is being consistent. I'll tie this to something I just talked about. You got to be consistent. People have to expect, the same support and, to be treated fairly. A good example is, some of these larger companies that change their comp plans, maybe because of either, stock performance or, acquisitions or whatever that may be. I just don't agree with changing people's comp plans and, taking money from them. I think it's unfair. I think you need to be consistent. You also need to be consistent with your message for your corporate culture, for your vision. The very first thing that we talked about on this list, it's so important to remain consistent, have that consistent message, and to treat everybody the same. Number 9 is earmuffs. I would say that it's important to put on those earmuffs and not listen to, the haters out there. I've always had this statement, it's not mine personally, but, haters are going to hate. They're going to take opportunities to, passive-aggressively talk about, your company, maybe individuals in your company, and you have to ignore it and you have to keep moving forward. That's something that's been very difficult for me personally because, my first reaction is to just, lash out and just, verbally or physically just want to, take care of that. But you can't do that. Just put on your earmuffs, focus on your vision, stay true to your culture, be consistent, and deliver for your clients because at the end of the day, that's all that's important. And sooner or later, those haters that are going to hate are going to have to go back and probably talk to some of those people that maybe they told that maybe were a bad company or bad individual, and then after you have all the growth and the accolades and you're able to deliver on those things, that's the best revenge of all. So anyway, number 10 and finally is competitive. You have to have that competitive spirit. You have to want to kick ass and take names, as they say. And you want to have friendly competition. You don't want to try to get business by doing something along the lines of talking trash about, your competitors. But what you want to do is you want to strive to be the best, and you want to hire winners, and you want the people that are in your organization to want to be the best too and be rewarded and recognized for it. So once again, I just want to let everybody know I'm extremely proud of the people that we have at this company. I'm also, in that respect, I'm proud of people in this business in general that have stuck with it for a number of years who are very good at what they do. And, I wish all of you the best of luck in the future.